So, hello and welcome to the latest podcast episode of Beyond Sundays Loving My Neighbor Well. I'm your host, Kyle Brogdon, and today I have with me Aiden Barth from Linc. And so, this is a podcast where we want to have conversations with people in our community who are endeavoring to love their neighbors well. And Aiden and the organization that he helped co found, Linc, is doing just that. So, Aiden, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right. So tell us what Linc actually stands for.
So Linc is an acronym that we came up with 4 years ago, and it stands for Linking Initiative for Neighborhood Change. When we started out, we were trying to hope that Linc was a way to link organizations to volunteers, link volunteers to missions, kind of to create a network of organizations and people to serve them. But when Linc kind of got started, it kind of changed how we thought about neighborhood change, and now it's become fighting food insecurity.
Gotcha. So tell us about how that started. Who did you guys sit around one day, watch a news clip? What was the catalytic event in you guys' life that said, you know what, we want to make a difference and this is how we want to make a difference?
Yeah, I mean, I would say for me, I've been trying to be a volunteer all my life. My parents have been involved with an organization in town called Our House ever since we moved here. And so I've always tried to help out however I could. And Abby's father is the pastor over at the Methodist Church down the street. So she's also had a lot of service in her life. But in high school, we got together, we became friends, and I was a part of a lot of different clubs in school. And she came up to me one day and asked, is there a community service club at school? And she said, I just want to give back. Is there a way to do that in a club? And I said, there's a bunch of clubs at schools that are supposed to be for community service, but they're not really doing anything. They're not really meeting very actively, or when they do, they're not really doing very much. We should start one. And so that was the beginning, was we're going to start a club. And we eventually realized that we wanted to do something that was going to be sustainable even after we left high school. And so then Linc was born, and we decided we wanted to start a nonprofit organization as a whole. And we weren't quite sure exactly what we wanted to do, and that's why we kind of kept it open to just changing neighborhoods, linking people together and changing neighborhoods. And we had no idea that it would come this far to what we're doing now.
Beautiful. So tell us about some of the programs that where did you guys start, and what have you grown to from a program perspective?
Yeah, so where we started was kind of reaching out to organizations and trying to find, a gap in between what they needed and what we could provide. We had a large base of student volunteers as well as adult volunteers. And so we were saying, if you have a project that you need, we have volunteers that can help you. So we can link people that want to help to people that need help. And that was kind of where we started for the first few months. In August of the year that we were founded in 2022, the Methodist Church donated space for us, and we decided that we would open up a pantry. And so that resource pantry opened up in August for 13 clients at the time. And we thought that was crazy. And we had a bunch of, we had one shelf that we tried to fill with food as much as we could. We had no money. We were putting all our own money in, some of our family trying to donate in. And we served 13 people that month. And now, just on Saturday, we served 81 at our distribution. We gave away a little over 3 tons of food, hygiene, and cleaning supplies. And to think about, we started with one shelf, and now that same room that we've been in for 4 years now is just stocked wall to wall. 1 million shelves in there, 1 million things of food in there, hygiene, cleaning, and it's hard to walk around sometimes because of how much is in there. And then auto distributions, it's gone. The room's empty. And you just kind of sit in that room a little bit and you think, wow, like we really just did something here. So it's been a big change over the past few years.
I think it's first of all, it's an admirable thing. Love what you guys are doing. Love how you have a heart for your neighbors. It's also a sad thing. Like 81, is that 81 per month, per week? And what does that calculate to in terms of how many people are coming through every month? And it feels like that need is growing.
Yeah, so it's 81 per month. We do our monthly distributions. We want to, in the future, we're trying to move to more frequent, but just based on, because we're in someone else's space, it's hard to get that around. So we try and do a month's worth of food and hygiene cleaning within a single distribution. But that number has definitely grown. I mean, even in just the past quarter, we've seen about 20 to 25 families join every month over month. So just in December, we were serving a little over 50 per month. And now we're up over 80 and projected to break 100 within the next couple of months. Whether it's from uncertain economic conditions or certain fears or uncertainty that's going on now overseas, the need is growing rapidly, and I think a lot of people are feeling that. even other organizations around us.
Yeah, that's interesting because you don't expect that type of need in communities that are this affluent. So it just makes you feel that in communities that aren't as affluent, what is that need like? Right. So very impressive, very impressive. So besides the food pantry, what else do you guys have?
So we also have our school fuel program. And so that's a sort of a mini version of our resource pantry, but it's embedded in each of the schools in the Providence School District. So essentially, kids can access that anonymously and get little breakfast or lunch items. There's a lot of people in the schools that kind of slip through the cracks that we found. Either they don't qualify for free reduced lunch, whether because they can't fill out the application or they don't qualify with the income level, but they still need it. They're not coming to school with lunch or they're not coming to school on a full stomach. And they kind of slip through the cracks. And so the goal of the pantry is to help those people that are slipping through the cracks, or to help those people that maybe they do qualify for free reduced lunch, but they're not able to get enough. So education is a huge part of what we do, and education is how we grow as human beings. And if you're not getting enough to eat, or you don't feel safe at home, you're not going to be able to learn very well. You're not going to feel very secure. So we're trying to really help from the beginning and kind of start that conversation, even at the youngest ages, about food insecurity. Even if it's not just about supporting the kids that are there, because it's absolutely about that. It's also about educating people that aren't experiencing that about what it's like, and kind of opening their eyes early on to what problems other people are facing. We always talk about, you never know what someone else is going through. And I think that's a big way that we've gone to try and talk about what other people are going through, that you can have an open mind and an open heart about it.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. And so I know there's one more thing that you guys are doing. Tell the audience about the last item.
Yes, the Giving Garden, I'm assuming.
Yes, yeah, the Giving Garden.
So at the Methodist Church, it's not a program that's specifically run by us, but it highly benefits us. They have what's called a Giving Garden. And so essentially it's a garden outside the church that is grown specifically for donating. So they have a team of people that work the garden, and they plant things like eggplants, green beans, tomatoes. They do herbs like parsley and basil, and then they donate pretty much all of it, whether to us or to other organizations. The growing season will start soon. It starts about in May, and then it goes until the end of August. And so because we do monthly distributions, whatever's ready for the time for that week, we will be able to get, and then whatever they can't, and they're harvesting early, they'll give to other organizations in town, like the Our Lady of Peace Pantry in town, to make sure that food goes out to people that need it.
Gotcha. So how do people people of need find out about Linc?
Yeah, we've been trying to do a really big social media push, and also kind of a physical media push. So you'll see signs of us in local places like Starbucks, in the library, in municipal building, in the Borough Hall. We're trying to get out into more of the public space so people kind of see it and they recognize it, not just for them if they need it, but if they know someone else that might need it. Say, I think this person might be struggling, they might need this, I'm going to recommend it to them. We're in also areas of need, such as the Senior Center, the Barabesh Building, places where we have seen a lot of clients come from, to make sure that if there are other clients that might be potentially needing our services, that we're out there for them. Across social media, we're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, trying to get all that. But the biggest thing that we've seen is through word of mouth. The second that we kind of hit someone in a different town, we see a lot of signups come from that town all at once. And I think it's because of word of mouth. They come to one distribution, they say, wow, I feel really comfortable here. I feel like I'm really getting a lot here. I'm going to recommend this to my friends. And then they'll sign up and register with us. I think that's the biggest way, is that they feel they can trust us, and they can trust what we give, and that we're going to give it consistently, and that they're going to consistently feel safe. And then they recommend it out. And I think that that's the biggest way that we've been reaching new people.
Wow. It's amazing that you've accomplished so much in 4 or 5 years, and that you've gained a reputation of trust in 4 or 5 years. Really impressive. And you guys are pretty young with this. So share with us your vision for the future. Where would you like this to go? And how do you see this growing and evolving?
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot. One of the main ways we really want to grow is getting our own space, so that we can host more regular distributions. That's kind of a more of immediate future look. We're looking for new places that we can go, but also expanding the number of pantries that we have. I think that the service that we provide is not necessarily unique, but I think the way that we provide it is somewhat unique to the space, because we really focus on the individual more than just giving a box that you can't select from, or more than just getting a bag of food somewhere that you may or may not need, or you may not use. we like to really value choice in all of it.
Okay.
So getting or accommodating for that takes a lot of space, but it's something that we really want to be, pushing for to allow that choice to continue on. I think that's something that's very special about our program. So Immediate Future is just expanding that program out. Long term, we want to expand to sort of reach some of the root causes of food insecurity. So we want to talk about job employment services and health services. Our co-founder, Abigail Franco, she's in nursing school right now. And the goal is to get her RN degree so that she can become a practicing nurse and she can provide client services for free through a clinic and to help another way that people are impacted to become food insecure. So trying to tackle not just the actual problem, but some of the root causes of it to see if we can try and alleviate a real systemic issue.
Wow, very impressive, very impressive. So how can the people who are listening in on this now help support what you're doing?
I think there are three main ways that I see a lot of people really want to help. One is monetarily and through in-kind donations. We're always in need as the need is growing. We are always trying to find new sources of income and of donations. So we have a list on our website of everything that we take. Pretty much anything helps as long as it's in date and sealed, because pretty much anything that a family could use. But the other way is volunteering. And we are always in need of volunteers at our sortings where we donate or we sort donations, at our preparations where we set up for distribution, and our distributions particularly, we need a lot of hands-on. Our distributions are only open for volunteers that are over 18, just for the safety of our clients, so that they feel safe and comfortable. We do have kids that go through the high school, and so if you saw kids from your high school volunteering, you might, be worried that they're going to talk about it. So we want to make sure that every family feels comfortable and safe. So we really are looking for a lot of different volunteers to come in and come help us throughout the time. In addition, more than just our volunteer events is if you want to get hands-on in the organization, looking for more committed individuals that want to be a part of our growth and expansion as we build out our team and our structure to become even larger than what we've been now.
Perfect, excellent. Okay, so Aiden, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Folks, we'll provide his contact information in the show notes, so you'll be able to directly get in touch with Linc. Please volunteer, please donate. It's a worthy cause. And again, we want to have conversations with people who are striving to make a difference in the community and who are always striving to love their neighbors well. I'm Kyle Brogdon. This is Aiden. Thank you for joining us.
So this is the pantry. This is where we keep everything. As I was just saying, it was an old choir room in the church that got converted into this big pantry. It started out with just this a row of wooden shelves. I think I have a picture of it. It was like the first iteration of the pantry.
Oh, wow.
Was just filling that shelf. And when we were filled with that, we were like, that is so much food. And that was when we were serving 13 families. And now we're serving almost 100 every month. So we have all our hygiene stuff and cleaning stuff is in the middle here. And then all our food is around on the shelves around. It is a little bit messy in here because we did just get a shipment coming in. You can see all the boxes that just came in. But next week when we have our distribution, all this food in here pretty much will be gone. So we have a sorting this week that will put the food on the shelves, and then distribution, all the families will take it away. And this room will just be barren, which is, it's cool. It's very, very cool to see around.
And do you still need help with people to come help distribute?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those are the events that are open to people over 18 only. And those are usually the toughest times that we have to get people. So
what are those dates again? It's weekly?
So it's monthly. So it's once a month. This one's is on May 30th. So it's this next Saturday. And then in June, it'll be on the 27th. So it's usually the fourth Saturday of every month. Unless there's a holiday on that time. So Christmas, Thanksgiving, Memorial Day, things like that. Just make sure that everyone's around. But yeah, I mean, feel free to look around. It's a pretty small room, but it is filled with a lot of food. And a lot of work. Two or three tons at the moment in here.
Perfect. All right. Well, we're happy to support, and we'll keep in touch.
Thank you so much.